So, social anxiety is real. Fear of rejection is real. I've dealt with it the majority of my life, and I've overcame it as well. So, if you want to get rid of social anxiety, you want to get rid of the fear of rejection, you want to start going after and approaching the girls that you're attracted to and forming relationships, going on dates, all that sort of stuff, then you're going to want to watch this video, because I'm going to give you guys 3 scientific methods to get rid of social anxiety and fear of rejection. So these are all biological and scientific methods. They can be studied in primates and different animals, and they all do this. But specifically when we're talking about primates, we are primates. So how does a primate actually get rid of social anxiety and fear of social situations, fear of rejection? I had to deal with this the majority of my life, and it sucked. It was horrible. But I finally have figured out methods to overcome this. I'm not saying that I no longer have social anxiety. I think everyone, especially a high anxious person, it will always come up, but I want to give you the methods to get rid of it when it comes up. I'm not saying it will never come up again. I still feel social anxiety come up, but I know what to do to get rid of it almost instantly. So I want to help you guys do the same thing so that you can start approaching women, going on dates, getting a girlfriend, whatever you want to do. But this can always help. This can help in every area of life. So it's not just for dating, but dating is a huge one, as men don't seem to be able to approach girls anymore in this day and age. Most men are too afraid to approach women in this day and age. So I want to help men do that in a very practical and biological way. So let's get into it. The first form of regulating your nervous system is going to be your eyes. If you want to regulate your nervous system, soften your gaze. So what does that mean? A lot of people, they either are not looking at a girl, or they're not looking at what they want. They're looking down, or they're looking up, or they're looking all over the place, or they look too intensely, too focused, too central. Their vision is too central, where you're looking at a single point and everything around you blurs out. But no, that's going to cause a spike in, I forgot the organ, amygdala maybe? I forgot. There's a certain organ that it spikes. When you have too much central vision, you're going more into a sympathetic nervous system and a stress state. So you don't want to do that. You want to soften your gaze. You want to let your gaze widen. You want to be able to see the sides of your environment as well as what you're looking at. So here's the difference, guys. Here's central vision. I'm staring at one point, and now here's softening my gaze. My eyes are more relaxed. I'm still looking at a single point, but my gaze is softened. That's going to actually calm down your entire nervous system. That's one aspect, but that's not the most important. I'm going to leave the most important one for last. But let's get on to number 2. The second thing that's very important to do is to let your belly hang out. I know a lot of people suck in their bellies because they want to look skinny. They want to look like they have a 6-pack abs. But what they're really doing when they suck in their belly is they're telling their nervous system, I'm in a state of stress. I am trying to get away from a predator. I am not safe right now. And what's that going to do? That's going to cause a lot of nervousness and anxiety around women. And it's going to be very difficult to actually approach women when your belly is not hanging out and your belly is not relaxed. So you want to make sure to walk around with a relaxed belly. Let your belly hang out. Let it all hang out. Let it all hang out. When it all hangs out, then you're going to be in a much more calm, relaxed state naturally. You just want to let it hang out. Just let it hang out, and you'll be in a calmer state. Okay, so let's get to the last one, guys. This is the most powerful method for regulating your nervous system. It's more powerful than keeping a soft gaze. It's more powerful than letting your belly hang out. It's more powerful than standing up straight. This method is going to be your breathing pattern. So basically, there's a specific breathing pattern that is the most calming and the best state for your parasympathetic nervous system to be in. So obviously you want to be breathing slowly, but I'm going to give you guys the breathing pattern that will calm your nervous system in the fastest way possible. It's not just about breathing slowly. Here's what it's about. It's about having a ratio of exhaling longer than inhaling. So when you exhale, you're stimulating the vagus nerve, which slows your heart rate down, dilates your blood vessels or something, so that you're in a more relaxed, calm state. You're going more into your parasympathetic nervous system. So you want to make sure that you're more exhaling, because when you're inhaling, you're going into your sympathetic nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system puts you in a more alert state. It increases your heart rate. And if you're inhaling too much or too fast or too long, you're going to be more in the sympathetic nervous system. So you want to be inhaling naturally. You don't want to be forcing it. You don't, obviously, but you don't need to spend a lot of time inhaling. So you go maybe 3 seconds inhaling, 1, 2, 3, and you want to spend more time exhaling. So maybe 6 seconds exhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, exhale, slower, slower, slower. Because the more time that you spend in the exhale, the more time you're spending in the parasympathetic nervous system, which is your nervous system that is in the calm state, basically. When you're relaxed, when you're not having threats, when there's no predators around, the more time you spend in your parasympathetic nervous system, the more calm and confident and attractive you will be. And you'll actually be able to approach women and attract women and stay in a state of emotional control and emotional regulation. That's one of the most attractive things to women, is a man that can regulate his nervous system and maintain emotional regulation. That's probably the most important thing when it comes to attraction. So those are the 3 things, guys. Soften your gaze. Let your belly hang out. Breathe from your belly. And exhale slowly and exhale longer than you inhale. So spend more time exhaling and exhale slowly. And these things, guys, will absolutely change your life if you actually listen to what I'm saying. If you just say whatever, this dude doesn't know what he's talking about, okay, then you're never going to get better. You're never going to attract women, because this is absolutely essential. This is like the foundation of attraction. If you can't get this down, nothing else is going to matter. Nothing else is going to work. You need to get the foundation down before you try to do anything else with women. If you can't regulate your nervous system, you can't attract or keep around a woman. It's just not possible. It's literally impossible. So this is the foundation. This is the most important thing. If you can master this, then your dating results are going to go up by 90%. The other 10%, yeah, what you say, the lines, all that shit, that's like 10% of the equation. This is like 90% of the equation. So guys, I'll see y'all later. Peace.